be live on all of these platforms. So yeah, let's get it. Oh, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We should be ready to up and go. So welcome, everybody. And let's see what we got. I'm going to go ahead and start recording the show, Revis. And we should be pretty much good. We have a guest today.
You are live on the YouTube.
He said we're live on the YouTubes. That's what I'm talking about, man. I was going to put TBJ up, but I didn't want to be trying to do too much in front of company, Revis. So Bri, this is Revis, and Revis, this is Bri. We got somebody here in the house today. You behind the scenes. I got you. You looking good over there on that screen. Let me go ahead and see if I can get her to pop up on the screen real quick. Hey, that's Bri, y'all. Y'all see her wave. We live. We live on the YouTube. Look, share the show with a friend. Let people know what we got going on. And we're going to be doing what we do best, if that makes sense. So I look forward to seeing you shortly. 1 minute and 7 seconds before we go live. Let's get it, y'all. Look, let me tell you what we're going to be tapping into. Surveillance pricing. Oh my God, I don't know if you're ready for this. Did you know that the stores are doing not dynamic pricing, surveillance pricing? iOS 26, man, they got a new feature out here, and if you like to take flights, they might have something that you might actually like. And then also Threads. Are you guys using that platform? Man, they got something for you. And then also Canva tips and tricks with the Digital Queenpreneur. Man, this lady is going to go ahead and break this stuff down for you in a language that y'all can understand. I'm trying to tell y'all, we're going to be live in 25 seconds, y'all. Let's go. Hey, Revis, you ready?
I'm ready.
That's what I'm talking about. He said, I'll see you on the other side. That's what I'm talking about, Revis. You all right with me, man? Every now and then. All right, guys.
Glad to hear that.
I'll see you guys on the other side. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yo, what up, Tall Boys? Another week. Man, the summer's just now starting. Father's Day weekend is right around the corner. I know the dads are about ready to get these grills out. Well, the way these grocery prices be, I don't know if they're going to get the grills out this year. But look, it's another edition of the Lab Tech Show. Welcome. My name is Tall Boy, and we're here to simplify technology in a language that you can understand. And our goal is just to break it down, and hopefully you guys like what we see. You find a way to incorporate it into your life, or at the end of the day, you find a way to say, I heard about it, I'm ready for it when it releases, all right? So that's what it is. We have a lot of moving parts today, and we have a guest. We got Revis doing the breakdown of the show, and we need to find out where you guys are joining us from. So if you are in or on YouTube, come on over to the YouTubes at the Lab Tech Show, and let us know city and state where you are tapping in from. City and state where you're tapping in from. It'll pop up on the map, and we'll go from there. But before we do all of that, while y'all are typing it all in, this is what we're going to do. I got a guest here, and what I want to do is I want to make sure she get a nice, warm welcome, all right? Let me introduce y'all to someone truly special. If you are a working mom, or you know someone that is, if you're a fierce woman, entrepreneur, trying to get your digital product game on point without feeling like you're drowning in that sauce, man, let me tell you, this person right here, we got Bri in the house, the one and only, the Digital Queenpreneur. She's a whole vibe. Now look, now she a wife, she a mama with two children. And she loves getting out in nature straight out of South Kakalaki. So we got some people in the chat that's from South Kakalaki. So maybe y'all might be able to make a connection even closer. And look, Bri just ain't talking the talk, she's walking the walk. This sister is passionate as a Canva coach. and a digital product strategist who knows how to help you create, market, and sell your digital goodies with confidence, all without that overwhelming feeling trying to creep in. All right. She's the brilliant mind behind the DQ Canva Academy and the Digital Queenpreneurs, and where she's empowering her community with step by step Canva tutorials, ready to go templates, and all that motivational support you need to keep going, 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 and going like the Energizer Bunny. You already know her style. You're going to learn today if you don't. She's got vibrant teaching, a patient spirit, and trust me, she real patient with y'all folk, all right? And she's going to make you feel that you've seen, and she's got this creative energy for days, all right? So she's on a mission, and basically she just wants to help you turn those brilliant ideas into straight up income. Coins, y'all, coins. All right. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the one and only Miss Bri, the Digital Queenpreneur. What's up, Bri?
Hey.
She said, hey.
Listen, that's gonna always be the intro. How y'all doing? I'm
Oh,
super
man.
excited to be here today for this opportunity. I haven't done a style like this before, so I'm super excited. I'm loving the vibes already. You know I love a good vibe. I love to have a good time and learn and implement different things across. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Man, that's what's up, Bri. We here. This is television meets YouTube meets podcast and live all at the same time, if that makes sense. So we're here to give you
I
these
love it.
these positive vibes, give you this energy. And if you're not accustomed to going live on the YT, as you like to call it, this is that little push to say, hey, I can do this. So that's a little inside joke, y'all. But look, without further ado, did y'all type in where y'all are tapping in from? We got Into Trading in the house. Look, we got my man Rich Vibes tapping in from the UK. We also have Into Trading tapping in from Ireland. Lisa Maria is typing in from Highland, New York. And we're going to find out where Revis is. So, yeah, Sheila Baker said, good evening, Bri. So that's what's up.
Hello.
We got my man Sammy Superstar. Oh my God, my man. So Sammy is a college student, and he has taught everybody how to do live streaming when the pandemic hit. So everybody knows Sammy. He's like a legend around here. We rarely get a chance to see him now because he's in college. And then we also got Hit the Spot 1006. Let me see, who else do we have? Revis is here, and I think I saw my man. Is he here? I thought I saw him. I thought I saw him. No, I don't see him. I thought I saw. Oh, there you go. Tech Troublemakers in the building. Yeah, so Tech Troublemakers in South Carolina. So that's. I think he's in Columbia. I might be wrong. He'll tell us in the chat wherever he's from. So yeah, that's what it is. So we got some people in the building showing you some love. Oh, and James Hicks is in the building. That's what's up. So look, we got some people already tapped in. They ready to go. And you guys can ask your questions in real time. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and see what we're gonna be talking about tonight. All right. So let's see if I can find my digital avatar, and he gonna break it down. Check out TB2, Bri. Uh-oh.
All right, get ready to get your tech on live and in living color. What's good, fam? It's your boy TB2, you know, Tall Boy's personal avatar, and you already know what time it is. We back in the lab. We are live for the Lab Tech Show, and we ain't playing no games. Tonight, we got to give you the juice on Kroger's sneaky moves. You know, this new thing called surveillance pricing. We talking about your pockets, so you know we got to dig deep. Then we flying high with the new flex for your Apple phones. iOS 26 giving your boarding passes some new features. Yeah, Apple ain't sleeping. I know Tall Boy isn't with it, but for everyone else, we got you. And listen, Meta done pulled a full 180. We got the scoop on Threads, finally getting them DMs to make it easier to communicate. They heard us. Now let's see what's really good. Plus, you know, we got to get our minds right. So the Digital Queenpreneur is blessing us with some tips and tricks on Canva to get your hustle tight. So we appreciate you, Bri, for pulling up. And our main man, Revis, is going to break down the word of the day, debilitating. Trust, you're going to learn something tonight. So hop in the chat, tell your people, and share the show with a few folks, because we are giving it to you straight, no chaser, and your voice matters. You want the truth, right? This ain't just a show, it's a conversation. Now it's time to give you the rules to the show, so TBJ, break it down for us.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? TVJ in the building. Look, hopefully you guys are having a great week and you're preparing for Father's Day. So shout out to all the fathers that be pulling up and doing right. Hopefully you get treated well. Well, look, we got a special guest in the house. What's up, Bri? Tallboy told me all about you. Hopefully you like what he like to offer. Look, this is how y'all can participate. You can watch on your phone or your TV. Now, look, come on now. You know you can only comment on your phone. It do make sense, right? Let us know how you really feel because this tech is here and you can't say Tallboy didn't tell you, all right? Now, look, we are multi-streaming on multiple platforms, so if you are on another platform like LinkedIn, Facebook, or another YouTube channel, come on over here to the Lab Tech Show. I'm trying to tell you to pull up now. Pull up and interact with us, because that's how Tallboy can put the comments on the screen, okay? Look, my personal partner, Revis, he got this song called Sexy Man. I need all the ladies to sing it. Bri, you gonna sing it for him, please? Help me out. Roll tape, Tallboy. It's the sexy man. He's smiling, y'all. What your name is? What your name Don't mess up in front of company, Revis. Mr. Sexy man. What your name is? What your name is?
He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn.
Revis, what's up, player? How you doing, man? We live. We got company too. What's going on, Revis? Revis. He was here earlier. Revis, where you at, Revis? Don't be trying to show out in front of company now. Oh Lord, Revis. Don't mess up your segment now. Oh, Lord.
What's going on with the audio?
No, we live. We waiting on you. How you doing? Revis? Uh-oh. Revis? Okay. Revis want to show out
Hello?
now. Can you hear us, Revis? Revis. We waiting on you, Revis. You messing up the show, Revis. Lord Jesus.
What happened to the audio?
Revis, you can't hear us, Revis? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get Revis on the phone. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call Revis back because he said he can hear us, but we can't hear him. So we calling Revis live. Live on... This is live, y'all. Looks like Kevin Hart. Revis, can you hear us now? Revis.
Back in?
Can you
there
hear?
We go. Hey.
Well, about time you showed up. How you doing, player?
Yeah, I'm all right. I've been here, but something happened to the audio.
Oh, okay. So where you tapping in from, man?
I am actually in Kinder, Louisiana.
Oh, Kinder. Well, maybe it's something down with the connection down there in Kinder, Louisiana.
You think so, huh?
Oh, man, I never know, man. You can't be showing out in front of company. Tallboy done got this special person to come on and you done started acting up, player. You can't do that. Now, look, James Hicks said he's 35,000 feet up in the air and hit the spot 10:06. She about to be all in your case if you mess up this word of the day. So I'm going to give you this word and I'm going to give you this sentence and you're going to break it down for us. Can you do that for us?
I can do that.
Okay, so the word of the day is debilitating, okay? It's a formal word used to describe things that seriously impair strength or the ability to function. The way the sentence reads, she suffers from debilitating migraines, or the class helped him conquer his debilitating fear of public speaking. Break it down, Revis.
All right. See, I like this word. Because we can use this in many ways. The reason why I don't have a girlfriend or wife or woman or anything like that, because it's debilitating.
Oh,
yes,
Lord.
it won't allow me to function. I'm just saying. She take all my time and everything, though. But while we're using this word, and because I'm a truck driver, traffic, rush hour, all that is debilitating. It all causes me not to function. It hampers my ability to function. Uh, I like the word debilitating because, like I said, it could be used for many different reasons. When my money is short, that is debilitating because I can't function because I'm broke.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I can roll with that. Nobody don't like to be
Hey,
when they money right. Nobody want to be debilitating.
right. And you know, Bri is actually debilitating
Oh,
because I didn't know she was as gorgeous as she was.
oh
So
Lord.
now I can't function because my mind is elsewhere.
Oh
I'm just
God.
saying, we should have more guests like her.
Oh,
I'm
now
just
you.
saying, hey.
Okay. Now you know she's just here for 1 week. Now you gonna fool around and all the people that been supporting you, you gonna start acting up. Don't do that now.
Oh,
Oh
oh my
Lord.
goodness.
Okay, so basically you are impaired by Bree or this traffic be debilitating you. Is that what you telling me?
Hey, you know, traffic, rush hour really debilitating because you can't go nowhere. It stops you from functioning. You can't go where you need to go. You can't think because you got to sit there and just wait and wait and wait. I
Oh.
like to get in this truck. I like to drive, get from point A to point B so it won't mess with my money because messing with my money is debilitating. I'm just saying.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna ask the audience if you're watching on the YouTubes. Let us know how did Revis do on the word of the day. 1, impressive. 2, what kind of breakdown is this? 3, he did his thing. 4, I need to use this word more often. Or 5, I really like how you took the time to break it down. 1 through 5, let us know how did Revis do on the word of the day? Now, Bree, come on now. You're going to have to break this thing down. How did Revis do?
I think he did good. I would have to vote for. I would have to use this word a little bit more often because
Mm.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Look, James said, oh, no. You got to hit the spot 1006 and there he go. And then James Hicks said, FAAFO. In the trading, in the trading say, once Revis speaks about his ladies, you know it's going to go off the rails. Lord Jesus. Hit the spot 1006. I'm done with Revis. Already shaking my head. Lord Jesus. Oh man, I can't with you, Revis. Well, look, the audience, they saying he did his thing, and what kind of breakdown is this? We need a tiebreaker. I say 2 say in the trading. We need a tiebreaker, y'all. Come on. What kind? They breaking it down. They giving you a hard time, Revis. See, you trying to show out in front of company. I told you
Hey,
don't show out in front of company, and look at what you done
now
did.
look at here. Now, don't tell me that Bree isn't debilitating to more than just me.
Oh Lord, this guy right here.
She is very distracting. You see, I can't even focus on the answers right now.
Oh God. Oh, all right, guys. Um, are you gonna stay around a little bit, Revis, or are you gonna leave and let Tallboy do what he do? What you gonna do, Revis?
I'm gonna stick around for the first article, and then I'm gonna take off. I'll be driving through the night tonight.
Okay, all right. So Bree, this is Revis. Revis does our he's our resident truck driver, and he like to give us the word of the day and expand our vocabulary. So today's word was debilitating. Okay, so hopefully you find a way to use that word a little bit more often. Okay.
Yes, I like this.
All right, back to you, tall boy. Back to you.
All right, guys, there you go, man. That boy That boy TBJ and Revis, man, I don't know what to say, y'all. I just can't. I can't with you, Revis. Like, look, you cannot be showing out in front of company, man. Look, we do have a poll questions. What are your thoughts on Canva? Because we're going to be talking about Canva on the second half of the show. And what are your thoughts on Canva? That is a poll question on YouTube, but we would love to see what you think here. All right. It's pretty cool. 2, I have no idea what it is. 3, I heard of it, but it's intimidating. Or 4, I need to learn more about it. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts on Canva? All right. We're going to talk about Canva real soon. All right. Bri going to break it all down. She going to maybe create something, whatever she want to do. All right. So we're going to break it down and go from there. All right. Let us know in the comments. Let me see what is Mr. Can't Get Right calls hit the spot 1006. That's what she's saying about Revis. Okay. Man, see, Revis, you out here showing out, man. Revis thinking with his I ain't gonna say it, but Rich Vibes, he calling you out. Lisa Maria says, I absolutely love Canva. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got some 2s, some 3s, some 1s. That's what we got going on in the chat. All right. So yeah, they say, why is it not popping up on the screen? I don't know why it's not showing up on the screen, but okay. We got some 2s, 3s, and a whole bunch of 1s. They say it's pretty cool. That's what they say. I keep learning about more features that work for me, says Lisa Maria. That's what she says. So Bri, hey, look, we trying to switch up the show just a tad bit and, get some tutorials on here and let people feel more confident, if that makes sense. And so I felt like you would be an ideal person. And the second half of the show, we'll let you do what you do. Is that cool?
That sounds good. I already
right,
know what I'm going to do.
She said, I already know what I'm going to do. All right. So, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and jump into our first article of the evening. We're going to talk a little bit about surveillance pricing. Have you heard of this, Bri?
I have, but it was on a show on Netflix. I think it was called like Black Mirror or something.
Okay.
And they was doing a like similar experience where the cameras in the area would profile you based on your history and your profile. So I did see that. I thought it was just a little ha type of episode, but it seems like it's really making its way around. A little creepy, but okay.
Okay. Well, look, if you know anything about Kroger or any Kroger brand stores, this is what they're doing. They say that Kroger, they hmm, they say that Kroger says surveillance pricing harms consumers with raised prices with or without facial recognition. Now, what do I mean by all of this? They say every time you hit up a grocery store, you're not just getting snacks and essentials. You stepping into a whole system designed to track your every move. Now, they say these stores are collecting all sorts of data on you, what you buy, and what you click online, and even where you are chilling at on the internet. Then they take all of that info and try to guess your age, what kind of money you make, and if you got kids, and even all your health stuff. Like if you are buying organic, they might think you are a fitness fanatic or you grab some vitamins or some other health stuff. You may be looking at baby clothes online. Well, they do all of this to build a detailed profile on you so they can hit you with prices and deals that make them more money, not you. And here's the real kicker. They're not just keeping it to themselves, they're selling your data to the companies as well. And they're making a whole lot of money off of your personal business, and your privacy is out the window. And the whole thing is called surveillance pricing. And it's when companies gather all of your personal data, make guesses about you, then use that to decide how much to charge you for stuff. Their goal is to figure out the highest price you're willing to pay and then stick you with it. Now, you may have heard of dynamic pricing, where prices change based on demand, like Uber surge pricing when you leave in a concert or a sporting event, and you like, why is it, $80 to go right down the street, but because everybody's trying to leave at the same time. But surge That's surge pricing. The surveillance pricing is where they're collecting all this data and they're hitting you with this. All right. So basically, they're saying they're bringing this online mess to brick and mortar stores as well with things like electronic shelf labels. So remember that word, this phrase, electronic shelf labels, ESLs, that can change prices in seconds. Kroger, for example, caught some heat because they're using these ESLs and were even eyeing facial recognition tech, which can guess your age, gender, and hit you with specific ads and prices. And Kroger say that they're not doing the facial recognition thing to identify you, but still admitted to collecting biometric data for security reasons. The bottom line is, even with all this fancy tech, stores are already using your data from loyalty programs, third-party brokers to figure out who you are, what you like, and how much they can squeeze out of you. They even sell these shopper insights to other brands, making more money off your information. And basically, this is just what they're doing. Now, why is this important and why we're bringing this to your attention? Because we want to protect your wallet. We want to maintain your privacy and we want to avoid targeted influence. And basically, we're just trying to safeguard the security and demanding fair play. All right. So I have a question for you guys in the audience. If you're watching on YouTube at the Lab Tech Show, go ahead and give us a like, a follow, hit the notification button. And if you like what you see, let us know. But I want to ask you the question that I have for you. What do you think of surveillance pricing in grocery stores? They're already doing this in grocery stores. Now, what grocery stores it is, we don't know. But this ESL technology is here. And what do you think? One, is this legal? Two, these companies are wrong for this. Three, I don't see anything wrong with it. Four, time to find another store to shop at. Or five, I will be monitoring this closely. 1 through 5, let me know in the comments, what do you think of surveillance pricing in grocery stores? Come on, Bri. Talk to me, Bri. What you think?
It's so crazy because I'm now being like in the entrepreneur side. I see the benefit and the perks of doing it from like a business perspective. But then like when I think about it from a consumer perspective, I actually experience it all the time because I can go in a store, I can get something, talk about getting something. The next thing you know, you get these emails, these coupons. You get on social media, now this ad magically popped up, you know. So it's kind of like there's nothing you can really do about it but not go to stores because like Hit the Spot was saying they've been doing this and it's definitely in like all stores basically. So it's kind of like no way around it. But then again, it's kind of like I see what you're doing because you're trying to target me or market me correctly, but it's still a little invasive. It's a little invasive, but what can we do about it, right? So I'm kind of like smack in the middle. Like I get it, but good lord, can we do it another way? So I'm right there in the
Hold on.
middle.
You say you get it. What you talking about? You get it?
Like so, from like listen, targeting business and marketing, that's literally what marketing is. Sometimes if you target someone based off of you thinking what your hottest item is going to be, it's like throwing spaghetti to the wall. But if you know somebody's buying pattern, even like with me, I know when I launch a product, who's most likely going to purchase it because of what they purchased before. So it definitely helps with driving those sales, being very targeted marketing to that customer because you know exactly what they want. Because everybody is nature of pattern and habit. So it's a good way for them to get that and be able to put in front of you the things that they know you're going to want, not what they're going to guess you're going to want. They know you want this stuff from your pattern. So
Mm.
that's why I say
Revis, your thoughts?
You know what? I just learned the definition of SRP. It's a suggested retail price. And when I walk in the store, they actually raise the price. I don't like being targeted. I feel like when I walk in the store, I don't have food stamps. I got to spend cash. So therefore, look it, my prices should be lower because I am spending cash. It ain't government money. So I think if they're going to they're going to do some surveillance pricing, then maybe I should get food stamps, and maybe things should be a little cheaper for me.
This guy right here. I can't make I can't make this up. This is family, y'all. This is how we roll around here on the Lab Tech Show. Hey, he want that card, y'all. He want to swipe. uh,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, things are already difficult for me. Everything. Look, my daughter got married April 11th, and I spent $900 just in groceries. So, like I said, I don't have no food stamps, and I feel like Costco's, Walmart, all the places that I went shopping for, Gordon Food Service, everybody was targeting me and raised the prices when I got to the cash register.
Okay. All right. We got a couple twos, we got a couple ones, and Hit the Spot told me to put you in the corner. He said you on punishment. Lord, I can't.
I'm just saying, I got to be real with it. Y'all got to let me be me. I feel like I need food stamps.
Okay. All right.
They can't target me like that. I want to know what they see when I walk into a store.
Okay. All right. Ladies, Sheila Baker, Shirley, Lisa Maria, you guys are here. You guys are in the stores. Do you feel like you're targeted? Let us know in the comments what you think. All right. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Please share the show, and we'll go from there. All right. We're going to move on to our next article. But Revis, I definitely thank you so much for tapping in with us. And as always, you know how we roll around here. You want to tell them about what we're trying to work on, or you want to wait till next week?
No, I think people should know and get ready for it, because TBJ and I, we have been talking, and we decided we want to do a little show of ourselves.
A show of y'all
And
selves?
so we're gonna.
What you mean?
Yes, we want to do a show. Yes, we want to do a show that has to deal with relationships.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, right. I'm just saying, I already told you I ain't got no one because it's debilitating. So I got to put this on. We got to put this out there. Me and TBJ gonna talk about it, but we want you guys to listen to it. And we're gonna have some guests, and I hope to have Hit the Spot 1006 on, because one of my biggest critics should be one of my guests.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. That should be coming down the pipeline, ladies and gentlemen. Revis and TBJ, we're still working out the contracts and making sure we make it look good and figure out what we're gonna do. But we're gonna air it right here on the Lab Tech Show, and it's just gonna be a nice little summer series. And we'll let them have a little one-off, because they got merch, and we want y'all to tap into the merch as well. But we don't want you to buy the merch just for the merch. We want you to know the personality and feel like you can resonate with it. So hopefully that works itself out. So Revis, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tapping in, and we'll talk soon. All right.
All right, and one final thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shop.tallboy.us. Y'all can find me there. Go ahead and support the show. Support me and TBJ and Tallboy, and we should see you all next week.
All right, that's what's up, Revis. I'll holler at you.
All right, later.
All right. All right, guys. Bri, this is how we roll around here. This is live. This is what we do every week. Revis is he's a riot. Sometimes they say TBJ be doing too much, but Revis be doing something too much too. So I ain't judging him though. Look, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next article. iOS, you iPhone or Android, lady?
iPhone.
Oh God, please. I don't even.
That's suspicious.
Oh God. I'm team Android over here. So look, so all you iOS users, they just came out with WWDC, and they basically did some rollouts. we'll talk about this when James or maybe Tech Troublemaker or Awesome Fun Things is available, and we can go down this breakdown and this rabbit hole. But I didn't want to go down the whole breakdown because this was already scheduled. But I did want to highlight one of the features, especially if you like to take flights. They have a new rollout. If you are making flights or you're getting on flights, you got to get to the airport and you got to navigate through the airport, right? So they're saying
Mhm.
that iOS 26 is giving boarding passes some new features for your next flight. And what I mean by that is Apple just dropped iOS 26, and they're taking your Apple Wallet boarding pass to a whole nother level. And, you know, been using your iPhones for boarding forever, so you just take the phone, scan it, at the TSA and the little card. I mean, the TSA reader or the boarding pass reader at the gate. Well, now they said your digital boarding pass is going to be straight up smarter with some new features. One, you get live activities. It's already in the phone. That means no more bouncing between different airline apps trying to figure out if your flight is delayed or your gate is changed. It's all going to be right there on your phone. It's just going to say, "Hey, you've now been moved. This is where you need to go." And it's live and direct on your lock screen. And they say you can easily share this with your loved ones so they can track your flights as well. So I guess if you give an email or give them a phone number, I'm not sure how all the details roll out, but they're saying you can share it with loved ones and it's on your lock screen. Two, they said you can now see airport maps right there on your phone. No more getting lost in those big airports if you travel and you're in Hawaii like James right now. He don't have to figure out how to navigate, or if you're in the UK, you don't have to navigate. All you got to do is just say, "Hey, no more getting lost. Just go straight to your gate or the restroom." And then lastly, they got AirTags on your luggage. So if you have an AirTag, it lets you track your bags with Find My directly from your boarding pass. And if your bags try to play hide and seek, you can report them missing right from the app. Now, I'm not going to say that, but basically, Apple is making sure your travel day is smoother, and they're just trying to make it simple for you. All right. So now, basically, all of this is just to reduce stress and confusion. No more needing to look for papers, and you got the paper in your back pocket. Did you leave it on the seat? Did you throw it away and wasn't paying no attention to it? Easier luggage management, staying connected with loved ones, and that's pretty much it. So my question that I had for you guys is, what do you think of the iOS 26 boarding pass feature? Do you like this? One, I really like it. Can't wait to try it. Two, they're thinking of everything for the phone. Three, I don't fly, so not for me. Four, I hope it really works the way they say it does. Or five, it's nice, but not enough to make the move to iOS. 1 through 5. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of this? Bri, talk to the people. What you think, Bri?
So definitely, I'm not big flyer. Like I think I may have flown twice in my entire life, and those two times I was younger, so my mama did everything. But I will be getting ready to start traveling soon. So I think that's really cool because I'm that person. If I can have everything right there, especially direction and guiding, because I flew from Orlando to Atlanta, Georgia, and I did not know when I landed in Atlanta how big that airport was.
You
And
think
I didn't
Atlanta
realize I had to
big?
get on. It is. I had to get on this tram, go to the other side of the airport. We was running like it was, so if I would have had everything knowing where I need to be, where I need to go, boom, boom, my boarding pass, instead, like you said, trying to find that paper, because you got to get your boarding pass when you get there. And yeah, I'll look forward to that. That'd be definitely helpful for me because I need everything in one place. Trying to pivot and navigate. I never experienced, thinking knock on wood, but my bags or nothing get misplaced, but I hear it all the time. So I definitely would do the AirTag thing. Then you know where your luggage at instead of trying to call the airport and they don't know because they done looked at a million bags all day. So
You
yours not
already
special.
know.
So, so now it's like, now that I have that, it's no, where is my bag? I know where it's at. Here it is, right here, and I got it all on one screen. So yeah, I can't wait to try it. I'm going with one. I can't wait to try it.
All right. So shout out to End of Trading and Sheila Baker. They say it's nice, but not enough to make the move to iOS. I definitely thank y'all for staying on the Android side and keeping it 1,000 with me. I definitely appreciate y'all. Hit the spot 1006 says, what did she say? They said, oh, Bri is from the country. So we live in Atlanta. So this is what we do. It's like, yeah, get on the train. Like we literally ride the train into the airport, and then we get on the tram to go to Terminal C or Terminal whatever D or whatever. It's not hard, but if you've never done it before, and then you come in from a smaller airport, because it's like San Antonio is like a real small airport, and it's like you can just walk on one side and walk on the other, and there's all the airlines right there, and it's like, nah, man. But in all fairness, I was in Portugal a couple years ago, and I don't believe in AirTags because I'm Team Android. So I found another service called Tracky. I live by Tracky. Tracky, you do have to pay a monthly subscription. So when I go out of the country, it does real time tracking, and you can pay either up to 1 minute, 30 seconds, or 15 seconds. So depending on what tier you pay for, it tracks whatever you have. So I know I'm going out the country for 30, 45 days, whatever the case may be. I put it in my bag. So one year I went, and they did not, I opened up the app, and I said, my bags are still in New York, and I'm in a whole nother country. And I'm telling the lady at the terminal, I'm telling her, like, hey, I mean, not at the terminal, but at the baggage, hold area. I'm like, my bags are in New York. It took them about 25 minutes for them to tell me that my bags are in New York. I said, I'm already telling you where it's at. Boom, this is where my bag is. So, but for you guys that have Apple AirTags, you don't have to pay that monthly subscription. So that's a positive. There's some other alternatives for Android, but I don't necessarily recommend those just yet. So I'm not going to name those. But I mean, I think that's great. I do like the live interaction where it lets you know if your gate got moved around, and it lets you know in real time, so you're not getting a phone call or an email, because who's checking email at the airport, and you got to run on the other side, and you got 10 minutes to make it, and you booking it. I'm out of shape. I'm missing that flight. I ain't running. I ain't running.
I was wide open.
She's out wide open.
I was ready to get home.
The camera config is easier to use now, says Rich Vibes. And then Sheila Baker says 1,000%. All right, that's what's up. Look, we're at the midway point of the show, and this is what we do around here. What's going on, everybody? It is the Lab Tech Show. Come on over here and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I need you to embrace this tech, because we got you, all right? The name of the show is the Lab Tech Show. This is what we do. This is a community. Be a part of it. We're a family. We want you to embrace the technology, and we're building, so we want you to join us. So will you be a part of this? This is what we do around here. So pull up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be a part of something. Learn some tech. Learn all the breakdowns, so when it rolls out in your neighborhood, you ready. What do you say? Use code READY, Bri. This is called the Lab Tech Show. She's like, I can't with this boy. I wasn't ready. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and knock out this last article, and we're going to go right into this Canva thing, because Bri, she got some stuff. So, Bri, go ahead and start getting your stuff set up. I'm going to let you do what you do. I'm going to make a nice little introduction for you, how you do your thing. But if you are familiar with Threads, remember when X went down and all of a sudden there was this new app out called Threads? Well, Threads, I don't know how many people are still using it, but it was part of Instagram's ecosystem. It's part of the Meta community. Well, they had some problems. They basically said, hey, you make a post, but if you want to reach out to somebody, they would direct you back to Instagram. Well, now Threads is saying, hold up now. We got you. They're saying that they're getting native DMs And they're basically saying we're going to backtrack and say we're going to go ahead and roll it out. But it's not ready for everybody. All right. So they said Meta finally listened to the streets. And they said they gave Threads its own DM system. So before, you could not DM inside of Threads. You had to go into Instagram and send a DM to get in contact with somebody. So if you wanted to do business, if you wanted to say, hey, I want to reach out, whatever the case may be, you had to go through IG as opposed to going natively inside of Threads. And they just said, folks on Threads were just stuck jumping over to Instagram just to hit somebody up privately. And people weren't feeling that. And they said, starting this week, Threads is testing out a native DM inbox in a few spots. So if you're in Hong Kong, Thailand, Argentina, they're saying that they're rolling it out in those areas, and they're saying they plan on spreading out the DM features soon to other areas. So the United States does not have this, but it's coming. And they say this might seem like a small tweak, but it's a huge deal. Remember when they talked about merging Instagram and Threads, and people were like, no, that wasn't going to fly? Well, people got different vibes on IG, and, the people on Threads, it's a whole different community over there. So Threads, they said nobody wants their separate worlds mixing like that. And basically, they said this move shows Meta is finally understanding that Threads needs to stand on its own 2 feet and really do its thing by itself. My question to you that I have is, do you think Threads should have their own messaging system? 1, it only makes sense. 2, why haven't they implemented this before? 3, I can't wait for it to roll out in my area. 4, I don't use it, so no dog in this fight. Or 5, I could care less. It's too many social platforms to know. 1 through 5, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Should Threads have their own messaging system? Come on, Bri, talk to me. You on Threads? What you think?
So I love Threads for just quick text. It literally reminds me of like a quick tweet, kind of thing. And I love those because they're good for like motivational quotes, quick messages, connections, and things like that. Ever since I moved into this space, I used to be like, for me, it's very beneficial to be able to DM somebody a follow-up link or something like that. But when they make it available, that also opens up a can of worms for your DM to get flooded with messages, right? So it's kind of like, I'm kind of like I could care less because there's already enough platforms as it is with it. So I didn't mind that transfer over to IG because what that also allowed me to do was filter out people who wasn't serious. The people who I got leads from, the people who I already connected with, we made that transition to IG, connected over there too, and was able to talk just fine. The ones who was all talk, we never made it to the IG messages. So it's kind of like without having it on Threads, like a filtering process, especially for business owners. So you won't get loaded with all these messages from all these platforms for people just cold DMing. So that would be another way for somebody to just blow up my messenger. So I'm kind of like, I don't really need it for Threads.
Okay. So it's funny because the other day somebody had an opportunity. And when they had the opportunity, they said, message me on IG. And my thing was, I'm not trying to go back to IG. Then I got to go look your name up over there. I'm not trying to do all of that. That's too much work. So now I didn't even send the message, and it's an awesome opportunity for me. But now I don't know if that's saying that I'm lollygagging and procrastinating, but I just felt like that was just an extra step that I wasn't willing to do. I wish I could have just went right into the message and said, here you go. I'm fooling around with another app, and it's like I don't get a lot of engagement over there, but I'm at least playing with it. But I do think that you should have some type of DM system set up to where it's easy to just send that message out. So that's my take on it.
That's true.
This is what the audience said. They said, I could care less. It's too many social platforms. No. Hey, these people, my people keep it real. I told you, keep it real over here. They tell it like it is. They not judging. Lisa Maria says, it only makes sense, y'all. It only makes sense. All right, Bri. I'm gonna let you. I don't know what you want to do because we didn't even talk about this, but let me go ahead and set this all up.
Okay.
Back in January, Hit the Spot 1006 was telling me about this thing called Hillman Talk. And I'm like, Yeah, whatever. I chumped her off. I don't want to hear all of that. Then I got in another social media group and they were talking about Hillman talk. And I'm like, okay, when you start hearing him on more than one occasion, and this is not to take anything away from Hit the Spot 1006, so I'm giving her flowers. She told me about this Hillman Talk thing, and I was like, "What is Hillman Talk?" This is on TikTok, and it's a college university, and they're giving out certificates, and it's free, and it's this, and it's that, and this is a way for you to get out there and show people your skill set. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That I wasn't really paying it no mind. All right. And then one Saturday morning, I said, you know what? I didn't heard about it a third time. I just so happened to open up IG and they were talking about it. And I said, you know what? Let me close this door and let me go look it up because I didn't heard it a third time. And they say sometimes you got to hear it 3 or 4 times before you start doing your research. I'm scrolling. And lo and behold, I find this young lady that's been on this show today called Bri. And she's like, hey, y'all, I'm going to teach y'all how to do Canva. And I'm like, I need to learn this Canva because I've been paying for Canva for about 4 years. And she's like, look, here's your homework assignment, y'all. And I'm like, she got this country voice. It's kind of catchy. I don't know about it, but I'm a roll. Let me check her out. So then she was like, look, I need you to go over here, y'all. I'm setting it up. And I took the course and I said, I'm going to meet her on Friday, see what she's talking about. And when I tell you, she made it so simple. I learned more in 4 weeks. I think the class was in 8 or 9 weeks. She did challenges. She told you to go through each before you even get started. She said, this is your first assignment. Just touch everything in the panel on the side left-hand panel. Just touch it all. And I'm like, I ain't never touched all this stuff. And then just start finding little gems. And I'm like, oh my God. So now y'all see these thumbnails that we got now. These thumbnails have been inspired by the new look and the new style because Bri kind of said, start playing with stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. So Bri kind of introduced me to unlocking and unleashing some of the capabilities of Canva. So I don't know what you want to talk about, but break it down to the people about what it is that you do. But I just want to give you your flowers. I want to give Hit the Spot 1006 her flowers about Hillman Talk. And I need to probably give her a little bit more love when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because she always said, you don't be listening to me. I do be listening. I just don't be judging. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to hear all of that right now. But Hillman Talk is here. Well, excuse me. DQ Canva Academy is Bri. And she was on Hillman Talk. And this is where we are. So I know there's a lot of people that want to use Canva, have used it, but don't know how it all works, don't know what the possibilities are. So if you don't mind, Bri, I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to ask you some questions while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. And hopefully we can get some engagement. It's all you, Bri.
Yes. No, I love it. I had to check on my phone so I can see it. So I keep checking it periodically. But thank y'all again so much. And fun fact about it, I had no intentions of being a part of Hillman Talk. Like I didn't even know it was a trend at one point. And it was somebody else in the community that I was in. They was like, Bri, you should be the Canva one-on-one professor. And I'm like, hee, ha, ha. Okay, I'll just do it to laugh. And I end up going viral, y'all. Like overnight, I went from like 17K to over 50K followers in like the course of 3 days, for real. And so that's when I realized, like, oh, wait a minute, this is a serious thing. Like, I made the video being funny, pretending like, it's gonna be this whole thing. It took off for real. Just like Tallboy was saying, that Friday, I had so many people on my live ready. They like, Professor, we here. I'm on time. I had to drop a class. I got lost. Like, it was real. It was real. But it was exciting because it allowed me to still be me and teach something that I love, and that was Canva. And even when I'm going to show you guys tonight, it's the foundation part of Canva that people miss. So by the time they make it inside of there to create, they're only creating about 30% potential, right? I've heard so many times people who've had Canva for years, and just from the few things I showed them, they unlock things that they never saw before. And it's simply because you don't know, right? Canva always having updates. Canva's always adding stuff. Things are moving. And just like I told them in Canva 101, I'm going to be telling you all today as well. Sometimes you literally just have to look around. You have to say, okay, what is it that this platform can do for me? What do I want to do with it, and piece together the two things? So today what I want to show you is basically navigating Canva for one, because that's going to be very important on your Canva journey, especially due to the fact now that they have had an upgrade. So back in April, they did another facelift and they introduced a whole nother set of Canva AI. We got big photo editor, sheets, like Vote create with sheets. The list went on. But the one thing that did not change was the foundation that I always teach. So whenever I say come to this panel, I want you to remember a few things. On this left-hand side panels, when you go projects, this create folders is very excited of whether you organize, OCD, whatever the case may be, is because as you start to create more projects, it takes out that small piece of being overwhelmed when it's time to find what you're looking for. Sometimes recent designs work, sometimes it don't, because it's something you did a while back and you didn't realize how long ago it was, and you can't remember what you named it because you didn't name it right. So if you go to projects, you're able to create folders, and then have folders within folders. So as you're designing, you're able to keep things organized for yourself, and it just helps all the way around. Okay. So that's your folders. And then you'll also notice on this left hand that there are templates. This area of templates is so huge that it is almost impossible for you to scroll through all of them. So when you access templates on this left-hand side versus the home page at the top, you're able to get more connected with what you're looking for, right? So let's say, for instance, you're trying to create a video. So you want to see the different people are using, get some inspiration, get ideas, come inside of this category. You know, it's 12,234 templates. We now filters. So you can filter down by style, theme, colors, certain categories, and really get intentional and specific about what you want to create. Whenever we get out of the notion of throwing the spaghetti to the wall, create something to say we created it, we're able to be a lot more potential and be intentional with it. The more you're able to be intentional and understand the foundation, just like the foundation of a house, when you build up your skills inside of Canva, it's going to be like walking the dog, because you're like, okay, I know at least this part. And when we go to an actual inside of a design, we're going to talk about the foundation of creating. You're going to notice that it's going to be a few buckets that you dig for when you're creating text, elements, images, some type of frames, colors, all of that stuff plays together, but it's just the foundation, right? So utilizing these templates, especially if you are new to creating and you can't create from scratch right away, use these templates as inspiration, especially if you're using them for your own business and you're not monetizing them. And the reason why I bring that up is because I get that question all the time. Can I sell these templates? I would not recommend that, because they have different, rights and things behind these templates because other creators created them. Can you use them for your own content? You surely can, and I highly suggest it. Even for me, somebody who can create something from scratch, sometimes I am time stretched. Like he mentioned, I'm a mom of two, a wife. I was working a 9 to 5 all the way up into the last week and a half. So I'm now full-time entrepreneur. But before that, I didn't have the time. So utilize it to help you understand, like, oh, okay, when I look at this, I text, or I see in text, right? I see this, and you start breaking down what you see and being able to create your own version of it. Okay. Also, brand kit. If you have a pro, I highly suggest you create it. As you start to create things inside of Canva for your business, having a brand kit allows you to be consistent. It allows you to help push your brand out. Now, when people see DQ, they see my logo, they see that font, they see the color, they see the crown, they think about my brand, right? So when you come into this brand on the left-hand side, you're able to add new, create brand kit, add your logos, certain fonts that you like and you want to put together. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for learning fonts, right? And whatever palette you want to have, all that good stuff. So when you start designing inside of Canva, it comes very easy because you have it, okay? So going back to this home page, you're also going to notice that the says your designs. This is where you can search for your folders and your designs that you've created inside of Canva. This is how you can search as well, but it's not as filter based. So I highly suggest using templates on the left hand side. And Canva AI is now a place where you can coding. Is it the Python code? But can it do a little something? Create you a freebie, a survey, a quiz, create you a quick website. It definitely can, right? So design for me is a place where you can go to help you create certain content based on your ideas. Sometimes we just need to get ideas out, see what those ideas create, and then edit it from there. Create an image. I don't know who I was a dream lab. Still call this listed under Canva AI, but this is a place where you can create images right here inside of Canva. So sometimes when I don't want to use elements in my designs or in my products that everybody has access to in Canva, I come right as Dreamlab and create my own elements, my own images, my own stickers that I add to my actual project, right? Inside of here, you're going to notice that with Canva, you have 500 credits every month. They don't roll over. Every time you press generate, one credit gives you 4 generations, okay? This is where you type what we call a prompt. You're describing your images. The best way to think about describing the image is your order at Subway. You know, you have to tell them what kind of bread, what kind of cheese, protein, vegetables, sauce. You need it all to make that perfect sub. It's the same thing when you're describing an image. Even if you can't think of every single detail, close your eyes and imagine what it is that you're trying to create and go for it, right? Playing with the this is just what gives it that vibe, depending on what you're trying to create. And then this is very important because this is aspect ratio. This is the size that the image would be produced in. This is very important because if I'm creating something for social media, I'm usually going to do a 1-1 because I need the square look. If I'm doing something for a journal or a planner, I'm doing a 3-4 because I need that look. See what I'm saying? So the more accurate you can get your image sizing, the less editing and Magic Studio that you will have to do with this actual design. Okay, so that is creating. Also, Streamlab, which, like I said, they create some really great images now compared to when they first launched, like Magic Media and things like that. They also have draft a doc, so there's different types that you can draft with your idea, and this is where you occur me. I will let you guys know one of the gems that I love using for this Canva AI coding is ChatGPT 4. I literally go into ChatGPT 4. I say, hey, I want to create an interactive 30-day self-care journal for my audience. Please help me write a Canva AI code and make sure you do it in the 4.0, I think it's the mini. That's the one that has the coding. Help me write a Canva AI code for this journal. May it be interactive, track their days, may it be colorful, floral, pastel. Explain that in ChatGPT. It's going to run you a JavaScript as long as you're in the 4.0 mini, and you're going to copy and paste that here. And you're going to be surprised at the results that it's going to give you. Okay?
Hold on, because see, you didn't hit these people with so many Gem drops, Bri. Hold
I
on.
can't help it.
No, this is good. This is good because, and I'm gonna take you off the screen for a second. This is good because, see, look,
Okay.
she already talking about AI, and we've been telling y'all, come on, embrace this AI, y'all. And so now when she's saying certain things, I don't want it to go over your head, but she's giving you some great analogies of what it can do and what it can't do, and I think, as James Hicks says, make it plain and simple. Make it plain and simple, sis. I love that subway analogy. Hit the spot 1006 says, I will definitely need a beginner version. Uh, James says she's dropping gems already. And Lisa Maria is like, yes, James Hicks, yes. Love to see you winning. Great advice says, into trading. So I want you to get your flowers while you're here now, because you're doing your thing.
You.
Now, look. Now we got to break this down a little bit because you spoke on templates, brands, and
Mhm.
Canva AI. I know that we can still talk about home and projects, but really, if you think about your colors, right? And let me see if I can get you back on the screen. Come on back on the screen, and we'll see. Then we can go back to your screen. So we'll go back and forth. Let me see if I can get you back on here.
Can I
Uh,
just stop sharing?
just hit that green button. You see it?
Okay. In my bag. Hold on.
Let me see. Come on, I got you. I'm with you. No, you still over there. You still out there in the streets.
Get me out these streets. I don't belong here.
There
Okay, there
you
we go.
go. Yeah.
Ah,
Look at her. She doing it.
I
Hey,
don't belong in these streets. Get me out.
yeah, she's like, get me out them streets. I got a curfew.
For real.
So look, we were talking about brand. You talked about brand kit. So if you have your logo, so every time you want to create a flyer, you're telling me that when you create the flyer, if you create the brand kit, if your colors are red, white, and black, every time you create that flyer and you tap on brand kit, it's already there. Is that what you're telling me?
It's already there. Your logo is there. Your color palette is going to be on your brand kit. So even when you're creating it using the brand kit, you can shuffle your colors around in your brand kit to see the placements of your different colors on that design or on that flyer.
Mm, okay. And then, so we talked about brand kit. Now you're talking about templates. Can you discuss templates a little bit more in detail? And if you got to share your screen, that's perfectly fine. But can you talk a little bit more about templates a little bit?
Yes, so inside of Canva, they have a library of literally almost any type of digital product you would think to create inside of Canva. And majority, no, all of those designs have templates, whether that's IG reels, the covers, the story covers. If you're trying to write a resume, you name it, there's a template for it. So I always tell beginners to explore the templates, especially if you're creating something and you want to let that creativity flow and that mind open up and those wheels and gears start turning. Go take a dive into the template library to see, ooh, what catches your attention and why.
Okay, so
What
hold
type
on.
of
Ho- ho-
content are
ho- ho-
you already seeing?
Hold
Yes.
on, hold on, because see, hit the spot 1006 says this makes sense for somebody that's already using it, and then she says I am
Mhm.
lost, and so we don't want you to be lost. Hit the spot
No.
1006. So can you pull up your screen again real quick and show her the templates of what it could possibly do, the unlocking the possibilities. So for
Let
example,
me.
you can create church programs,
Mhm.
obituaries. You can create what is it? Recipes. You can create menus. You can create
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want. You can create all of that unlocked inside of Canva, inside the Canva templates, and then you can say, I want to make it for Instagram. I want to make it for TikTok. I want to make it for Facebook. I want to make it for YouTube. And it will automatically size it for you when you select the ratio that you want. If I'm saying that correct. Am I saying that right?
That's perfect. Yep.
Okay. So we
That's
don't want you to
exactly what it
we don't want you to get lost. So we're gonna show you, and maybe you can create something real quick, and we'll do something for hit the spot 1006, and we don't have to make it for me. We'll just do something for hit the spot 1006, and so she could see or have an idea. Since she says she's lost, so we'll let her see
and
the
if you can tell me specifically in the chat where the losses happen, that'll help me reel you back in. Because a lot of times, if you could tell me specifically, especially from this homepage, it may be just the fact that it's a lot, right? And what you will have to do is say, okay, hit the spot, break it down. Yes, there's a lot of things for Canva, and people are going to be able to enter it at their own pace and do whatever they need to do. But if you're brand new, right, and you want to enter Canva, what is something that you're needing to create? Okay. Once you figure out what you're needing to create, wanting to create, you can come to your list on the inside, search that. So you're creating, let's just say a flyer or impression. Yes, it's a lesson. It's usually the reaction. That's why when I'm teaching Canva, especially one-on-one, and I know tall boys have heard me say this all the time, don't worry so much about what all is available. Think about a potluck. Y'all, I'm an analogy girl. Just bear with me. When you come to a potluck or you go to a buffet, even though there's 50 items to choose from, you're only going to scoop what you want to eat and digest. Just because there's 50 pots available don't mean I need a scoop out of 50 pots, right? So when you enter Canva, I teach everything because I'm talking to multiple peoples in different stages of this journey. But understanding the foundation of projects, folders, templates, inspiration, brand kit, consistent. That's where I want you to stop right there. Okay. And then when you start to digest, you said, I'm brand new. I need menu and flyers. So you will come into here with that brand fresh brain and say, let me go to templates. Let's do menu flyers all the time. But come in here, literally type menu. You're going to see you can get even more specific, right? This menu, food, drink, restaurant, and get very specific so you can narrow down 19,000 templates because that number alone is overwhelming. So for you, hit the spot 1006, I would say come into Canva, come to templates, right here in the search, put in your specific menu that you're looking to create or flyer, and then use these filters if you choose to, or do a little to see what people are creating, right? Just see the inspiration. So start if you're not ready to dive into the AI, the Canva AI part, because you need to understand this creating part, which you're so new, have it in your back pocket like, ooh, if I run into a situation where I need to create an element, I remember Dreamlab. Do you have to go run and study everything right now? Oh no, please don't. Please don't. You will close Canva and never go back because it's so much, right? So only focus on what you want to scoop from the buffet. Put that on your plate, digest that mindfully, and then go back for round two whenever you're ready to move on to that next step. Okay. So definitely come into templates, search for that particular menu or flyer, right? And just take a look at the different ideas. And if you start things that you like, you can star them. And this is just so you don't have to try to remember what it looked like, where it was. Oh, I like this, but let me hold this in my pocket. Because the goal is to not keep so much in your mind trying to remember everything because it's going to overwhelm you. Okay. Or it's going to overwhelm you. So you can start these different items. And as you are designing, and I'll show you, if we move to the second part, of where to find this stuff. So now you're not trying to everything, remember everything, and learn everything at one time, right? So definitely adjust it for you. I like that, Miss Lisa. No, you're so welcome. That is what I'm here for. Like, I love this and I understand that. In the minute you said you was lost, I knew it was because of the information. Because that's usually 95% of it because it's a lot. And anytime you walk into a space when there's a lot of information, that's an instant overwhelm. I'm sorry. And you're like, turn left, turn right, up, down, what? No, focus on this part of it right here. go to your templates, explore menus and flyers, start getting those creative brain juices going, and adjust it and edit it according to your style and what it is that you want it to say, but at least you have the foundation, okay?
Okay, I see where you're going with this. So you're gonna pick a menu real quick and do the
I
little.
can, yes,
Yeah,
let's just
wait. So tell her what kind of menu you want real briefly in the chat. Hit the spot 1006. And this is gonna be your we're gonna do this in real time. I don't know how much time she got, but y'all know we've overlapped the hour mark. But if you guys want to stay, we'll try and do this as fast as we can. And if we have some questions, if you have questions, let us know. I'm here. We're here. We want to break it down. I told you our goal is to simplify it in a language that people can understand. We don't want no one to walk away not having a clear understanding. So this is Canva 101, an abbreviated version, and then we'll tell you how you can tap in with her on a regular basis if this is something that you're interested in. All right. So real briefly, hit the spot 1006. If not, we'll start guessing some stuff. Let her know real quick what kind of food are you looking for, and is there anything else you need to put in the chat?
yes. Now people want it too, so
You said what?
I said I'm looking at the chat too, so I can see what specific menu she's saying.
Okay.
And like I said, if not, let me see. Okay, hold on. A menu for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, selling subs, burgers, and fish. Ooh, okay, got it. So we want. Let's do. Let's try menu food. So as you see, when I did specific menu food, look what popped up. A menu that's gonna have some burgers and some fries and some fish. This is what I mean by specific you can be. The results be so different, right? So I think too, like, okay, this menu is going to be for Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, right? So you can find a menu that's a little bit more condensed. So let's say, for instance, you see this one right here, and you can do customize it. We about to customize this in just a second. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because that's going to be our whatever you want to call it, your weekend menu, your specialty menu, your favorite menu. And since everything come with fries, that's going to be our hit line because everybody love to have fries included, right? So I'm gonna actually start this so I don't lose it, but I'm gonna select this template because it's me close what I want. I need the full menu because we work 3 days, right? So this is what I want to think about as you start pivoting through your template, just about your facts, okay? So we can say our favorite menu, and we got some sub, and I know I'm about to get hungry, so I don't know why you're doing this to me.
Maybe
We
she'll
got
send you a
some
plate.
right, please. I
Run her
need
a plate. Hit the spot 1006. Run her a plate real quick.
I need a plate now. I got a lot of questions. Okay, so we go here subs, and I'm gonna do spot burger. Gonna do, and of course, if you like really cool names for it or all that kind of stuff, this is where you can edit the text. But every time you click in here, you can edit anything that you want, right? So let's say, for instance, we did this, but I didn't like this font for some reason. One gem that I want to leave you with when it comes to text throughout a design is coming up here to your font. Also going to notice that your brand kit is going to be in your fonts, y'all. So you're going to have recommended fonts, recently used, and when you see the name of my brand, it's going to have my brand fonts, which is perfect for someone like you, hit the spot, who's doing something for your business. So I'm pretty sure y'all have some type of font or thing like that that you want to use, and you can do a quick change all. Okay. These pictures you can always delete, and they usually leave behind what we call a frame. This makes it easy for you to drag and drop your photos. Well, Bri, what happens if I use a template and there is no frame? You can always go to elements, another y'all stay with me, I ain't gonna drop too many, and for certain shaped frames. So I would literally come in here and have a frame and type circle frame. That's it, that's all. We ain't gonna complicate it, right? So I would be looking for subs and I would be looking for fish. This is a perfect opportunity. I don't know how much you create AI images, but if you use Midjourney, right, they have good realistic images. Can you search in elements? This you can. You can type here and see what they have for subs and look at their photos in here, because this is just a flyer that you're using, right? You can create this inside of Dreamlab if we get there, but for now, we're going to see what Canva has in Element. So we can hear, I'm just going to.
And so right there, you have graphics, you have videos, and you also have photos. So they got real, actual photos that are templates that are there.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Okay.
And you can drag and drop.
And she's saying, are you doing this on your phone or your laptop?
Oh, good question. So this is my laptop. Like this, I definitely could do on my phone or on my iPad because it'd be quick editing. But I'm a laptop girly when it comes to creating. I can see more of the screen. I got my mouse. So I love my laptop. That's a great question. Type fish. I can fly to you. Don't tell me that. I'll make it for real. For real.
She leave at 8.
Okay,
You have it by 9:30.
Okay. Oh, here we go. We changed it to fried fish. Now we got what we looking.
So you just typed in fried fish and the fried fish pulled up.
Fried fish pulled up.
There you go. And then you just put it inside the frame and it automatically sized it for you.
Yep.
There you go. All right. There
I'm gonna move this up just a bit. Or you can put it at the bottom. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't want to stop you. Keep great. Keep being great.
You know I'm about to go down a rabbit hole, so you may have to save me eventually. So let me see. So I'm just gonna put right here the little.
What's your tag? What's your tagline? Hit the spot 1006, so she know what that look like. So it's hit the spot 1006, and what's your tagline? What's the name of the company? So while you're doing all of this, so like I said, we highly recommend that you go into Canva, just play with all the buttons. Don't do anything. Just press the buttons and see what it does first before you do anything. Don't create a template. Don't do it. Just touch the buttons, see what it does, and then you just say, oh, okay. And then you can always hit if you mess up, is there a way that you can reverse something if you mess up?
Yes. My biggest thing is always creating copies of stuff before I start touching things, because I can always revert back to my original. So file and make a copy. That's always my safe haven. I always do pages as well before I start creating, just in case I'm like, you know what, I should have kept this, right? So making copies and duplicating your stuff will help. You got your back button. And if you have Canva Pro, there's a scroll down version history as well.
Okay,
so there are.
So hold on. So you're going too fast. What's the difference between Canva and Canva Pro? You got to break that part down, because people.
Oh my gosh, it's a huge difference. One of the biggest things: Canva is free. Canva Pro is $15 a month. Anytime you see these crowns in the bottom right hand corner, it's a Canva Pro feature. As you can see, this premium image is included in the Canva Pro feature. There's apps that you can only use if you have a Pro. There are certain features like Magic Studio, background remover, Magic Grab text. All of those requires Canva Pro. So you can do things with Canva free, but you got to jump through a lot of hoops that makes it easier for those who have Canva Pro.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we seen the template. Is there anything else you want to add to this? Because I know, because you keep This is crazy. It's good. This is good information, and I got to bring you back. But I mean, at the same token, I want people to know what it is that you're doing. Then that way, if they're interested, they can come rock with you. They can find their own time, and go from there. But I don't want it to go over everybody's head tonight. But I wanted them to at least go down the rabbit hole of at least just seeing the basics, if that makes sense. And then once they
Yes.
see the basics, then now they can turn around and see what they can do. So you just mess with the templates. Go down inside of the templates, hit the spot 1006, see what they got going on, and start messing with the buttons. And I get it. You're not going to get it on the first try. Don't get
No.
mad. Like she said, make a duplicate. And once you make the duplicate, you always know you can revert back. And then you can always I think you said you can, if you mess up, you can always reverse something
You
and you
can,
can
yep,
do
you can hit the undo button.
hit the undo button at the top, and you can undo, and you can hit undo until you go back to the very beginning of it, if I'm correct. And then that way you can start all over, or you can hit the forward button and go back. Oh, I didn't like this, but I want to go forward. So you can do all of that. So there's a whole lot more, a whole lot of pieces to unlock. And this is just one piece of it. Just think, what if you want to create like Lisa Maria? She's into the divinity sector. So what if she wanted to create a church program or something like that? Who else is out there? I don't know who else is out there. Stuart Video is in the video production. He installs security systems. Maybe he wants to create a flyer for his business or something like that. So these are all opportunities to where you can just go into the templates, and then you can type in the type of business that you're looking for, and you'll be able to see what's available. So, like I said, play with the templates first, and then they got the Canva AI to where you can describe it. But see, she was talking about Mid Journey, and we ain't that we ain't there.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I
get
get
them there.
it.
I'm
I
trying to
get
get
it.
them there. But you get 500 free credits. Whereas if you use some of these other services, you're paying for those credits, and then now you're gonna be mad because you didn't spend money and you don't know how to work it. Whereas with Canva, you could just type in what you want, and then it give you something, and then you can learn how to better prompt and go from there. But at least in Canva, now if you have Canva free, can you use the Canva AI to make pictures? How many of those pictures do you get?
Great question. I think it's like 25, but keep in mind every credit gives you 4 generations. So you still can make a lot, move and shake with the 25.
You say you can move and shake it.
Mm.
I'm not mad at it. So look, this is Bri's TikTok. Well, I could say TikTok over here, but if you're on TikTok, you got to say TT. So this is her
Yeah.
actual TT page right here. The Digital Queenpreneur. All right, so that's her TT page. And you also have something that's private. And I'm trying to get to this level. I have the software, just haven't built it out. But do you want to tell them about your other project that you have?
Which one? The Academy?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So I also have a private community called the DQ Canva Academy, and that's where I'm very hands-on mentoring. Usually the DQs are 35 plus, really 40 plus, because they require a little bit more step by step, breaking it down. Like Tall Boy said, I'm the type of person I go over something 50 times, don't break a sweat, and it doesn't bother me at all. And some people be like, where does the patience come from? I'm like, it's
Them
a gift.
kids,
I embrace
them
it,
children.
whatever.
That
So
patient come
inside of there, I
that
really,
she don't hear me.
yeah,
That's it. That patient come from them children.
that part. And the other one.
That's where it
so,
come from.
So yes, inside of the DQ Canva Academy, that is where I'm able to do weekly Zoom calls with them where I'm getting on Zoom, showing them the answer to their questions. We answering questions, meeting about things. Bi-weekly, we get on Zoom again to do a co-working session so we can work together to get projects done, motivate each other, hold each other accountable. We also do exclusive classes as well inside of there, like creating certain products and projects inside of Canva. But mainly they love just having that access in those bite-sized tutorials so you can move at your own pace while learning and implementing this information. So that is called the DQ Canva Academy. And for those who want to tune into my lives, I will be back on live tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Fridays is when I go heavy Canva one-on-one because we're in summer session. They was not going to let me let it go. Even though the trend went down, tall boy, that was like, we did spring semester. Now we need a summer. I'm like, okay, summer school is this session. So those are all at 12 p.m. Eastern time.
And hit the spot 1006 says she has kids. So
my 3-year-old just came in here to lay down, and I got a 7-year-old too.
Yep. So yeah, she said, yep. So she got kids. So she teaching all of this live in real time with the kids popping up, and she be like, "Hold on, y'all." I like it when
Mommy
she say, "Y'all."
intermission.
Yeah, mommy intermission, and we got to be patient because mommy, and mommy, I want an ice cream, and mommy, such and such, and then they get to telling on each other and stuff like that, and it's like you laugh and it's cute, and it's like, but some people be like, but most of us we get it, and like I said, she is very patient. So if you are really open and you want to learn, this Canva, follow her on TikTok if you're over there. If not, what's the website that people can go to follow you on this DQ Canva Academy?
As a matter of fact, the easiest way to get it is from, do I spell it out on here? The LINK.
You can say whatever you want to say over here. I got you over here.
Okay, I got to make sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, come through. I got you.
On my TikTok profile, that link in my bio that says Stand Store literally has everything to my name, from my social medias to the Canva Academy. So the TikTok page, literally you will see right under my live schedule where it says Stand Store. That links take you to everything that I have.
All right. So I know everybody is not on TT or TikTok, but if you are, you can go there. I'm pretty sure you can find her on Instagram at the same information as well.
Yep.
All social platforms is the Digital Queenpreneur. All right. So if you're not on TT, then you can come over there to the FB. You can go to the IG. She's on YT, but she be acting kind of funny over here with us. So I ain't judging her, but I'm judging her, if that makes sense. So we're gonna get it right over here on the YT. But she loved the TT. So, but look, see, I be saying all of this because I got this from her just listening. When we say we listen and we don't judge, and I'm like, well, let me incorporate this because I like this. So I'm learning. I don't like the TT, and I'm trying to be on TT a little bit more, but I like the YT. So it's like I'm trying to get her on YT. She should be trying to get me on the TT, and then we could be winning together. So I'm just trying to. I'm not feeling that vertical, but I got you.
You went live, and I was so proud of you. So I'm just saying.
Don't be telling nobody all of that. Look, guys, before we get up out of here, we got some stuff that we need to talk about real quickly. We got the brands. So where are they at? Where's it at? The brands. What's going on, everybody? We got the brands. Feel free to check us out. LabTechShow.com, YourLiveProduction.com, and TallBoy.us. Come on now. If you know somebody that has a tech company, they should be featured. Reach out to us at LabTechShow.com. Check out the website. You'll see all the information there, and they can fill out the information, and we can get them on the show and be another great guest like Bri. If you would like to have a show similar to this, YourLiveProduction.com, we got you. Now, you see this production. You see how we move. You want us to run your production and we handle the tech? I got you. Come on now. You just focus on your stuff and be the subject matter expert on your side, and I will handle the tech, all right? And then Tallboy.us, you have an event, you got a wedding. Well, I don't do weddings, but a corporate event or something like that, and you need it recapped or you need it to be covered, Tallboy.us. We do all that kind of content over there. And then Lab Tech Show, we're on Spotify and YouTube podcasts at The Lab Tech Show. And then don't forget, we're on Roku and Amazon Fire at TBE Media. Now, if you would like to support us in a financial way, any capacity, no matter how small or big, you can reach out to us on Cash App and PayPal. Don't forget the slogan. Think big. Think tall boy. Think big, believe in God. Think tall, the sky's the limit. And think tall boy, because he said so and he's doing it. Now, Revis was talking about we had some merch over here. And we're going to talk about this merch now. Come on now. TBJ, where you at, player?
What's up, y'all? Did y'all know that Tall Boys got merch? Say what? Look, come on over to the website called shop.tallboy.us. That's right, and click on all products. That's right, click on all products, and you get a chance to see everything that Tall Boy has to offer. Now, look, I got some merch, and Reva's got some merch too. I got my bag. I know the ladies like bags. And then I got the little drinking glasses. Come on over here to shop.tallboy.us and you can see all these product offerings. We got something for the babies, the ladies, and you know Tallboy got merch too that has his favorite scene, so he don't have the bandwidth to deal with this. Balling on a budget. Don't judge him. Tech is his energy. And stay in your lane. You know, that's what he like to do. Stay in his lane. Look, we even got these tumblers over here. That's a Word of the Day tumblers and Word of the Day t-shirts. So why don't you check us out? Shop.tallboy.us. You know how we roll over here. Now look, we got this QR code right here. Go ahead and pull your phone out while this ad is going, and it'll take you right to the website. But if not, shop.tallboy.us. Well, look, I gotta go now. Y'all be good, and when you get your merch, I say when you get your merch, make sure you go over there and send a picture to Tall Boy. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna feature you on a future show. I gotta go. Back to you, Tall Boy.
Yeah, so make sure y'all support the brand, support what we got going on. Bri, before we get up out of here, is there any final words that you would like to say?
Yes. First, thank you so much for this opportunity. This was so fun, by the way. Like, I love the interaction. I love it all. This was really good experience. And thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to come here, you know, with my presence, have those conversations and talk about Canva. Thank y'all for the follows already. I can't wait to teach you guys some more things on live. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask me. It's literally my passion and what I love to do. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And thank y'all for watching the show. Appreciate it.
Hey, we do this live every week, and maybe we get you back before the end of the summer. Maybe we get you back before the end of the summer, and you know, have a more interactive side. You tell your people to pull up on me, and my people pull up on you, and then you know, we make dream team, something like that. Look,
I love it.
This is a brief recap. Today we talked about surveillance pricing. Be careful when you go in these stores. Bri said she rocking with it, but I mean, they might raise the price when you walk in. They getting your digital data, your biometrics. Be careful. iOS 26 boarding pass features. Keep in mind that now they have live interactions. They have AirTags, and they got something else over there. I forgot what the other one was, but they got some new features with your boarding pass. They tell you where everything is if your flight gets delayed. They tell you with the interactive maps and how to navigate throughout the airport. It tell you all of that good old stuff, all right? And then Threads, new communication. They're thinking about rolling out those DMs. Come on to the United States so we don't have to go to other platforms to send messages. And then Bri taught us those Canva tips and tricks, all right? So feel free to tap in with her at the Digital Queenpreneur on TT, IG, FB, and even YT, all right? That's what she say. She over there rolling her eyes, rolling her head in the background. I can't. And then Revis broke down the word of the day, debilitating, and he said that Bri was debilitating him, so he was struggling over here. So Lord, I can't make this up, y'all. This is what happened. It's a live show. We keep it 100, we keep it 1,000, and we give you a lot of energy. I don't know if this is going to show right, but this was one of my Canva designs that I had did. Bri, yeah, there we go. That's one of our Canva designs that we did. And it was well, no, that's the way it is. So this is one of our promos that we use at the end of all our videos. When I do the vertical content, this is one of them. So I actually learned this right here, making a vertical content and then putting TBJ, Revis and myself right there. And then it's supposed to rotate one of the other ones, but this is what one of them that's out there. So just sharing with you there. And don't forget, y'all, we do have that merch. So go on over there. Look, I'm over here trying to generate some ads. So y'all should be seeing this come across y'all's timelines relatively soon. All right. So we got panache, pizzazz, confidence, and flamboyance. That's the shirt that I'm wearing today. That's a tumbler. Stay in your lane. Like I said, that is my favorite. That's my favorite saying. And then the other one says, date the body, marry the lens. So come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Date the body, marry the lens. If you are a videographer or a content creator or editor, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't buy them cameras. Don't buy them bodies, buy them lenses. Come on now. You'll be seeing these ads rolling out relatively soon. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Bri, thank you so much. Thank you for keeping it 1,000 with us over here. And like I said, Fridays, you can tap in with her at 12 o'clock on Friday at the Digital Queenpreneur. You know, we're live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and TBJ and Revis is talking about having a show. Oh my God, I don't know what we're gonna do about this. I don't know. TBJ gonna keep it 1,000. Look, guys, we're about to get up out of here. Y'all be good, and happy Father's Day to all the fellas that's out there. You got something lined up for your boo, Bri?
No, I don't, because today is his birthday. So we doubled up today. And then for Father's Day, they're going to do little sentimental things. So, yeah, he get the double, you know.
So y'all not cheating him on Father's Day now, is you?
No, because we went real crazy today. A little too crazy, but it was good. It was fun.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So he got a birthday, doubled up on the birthday, and then on Father's Day, you ain't going to send him out to the grocery store with the kids on Father's Day and parade them with the kids.
No, not even.
Because that's what some folk be doing. They be having the kids at the grocery store and parading them around. Oh, I'm a good dad, and I'm gonna go get the breakfast so the wife can go make it all. So don't do that to him. All right?
No.
She said no. All right, guys, we are out of it. We are up out of here. Y'all be good.
You already know. Tall boy.
It's Father's Day weekend, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we'll be back next week.